This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News. With Lori Stokes and Ken Rosado. And Bill Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News this morning.
Breaking news on Long Island. An officer shot early this morning, and the search is on right now for a pair of suspects. We're live at the scene.
And breaking news in Egypt. Has been a violent morning as security forces work to remove supporters of the country's ousted president, Mohamed Morsi.
And new this morning, an elevator attack caught on camera. The hunt for the robbery suspect who followed a woman and 8 children into an elevator. Good morning, I'm Ken Rosado.
And I'm Sandra Bookman in for Lori Stokes. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday, August 14th. And you're never more than 7 minutes away from weather and traffic, beginning with meteorologist Bill Evans.
All right, as we start our day this morning, look at these 5 a.m. temperatures. We're down another degree in some spots around this morning where we were at 75 this time yesterday. And we got some wind out there this morning. See our camera bouncing around. We got a northwest wind out there. Current temperature in the park now, we've seen this temperature dropping over the last few hours. Still down another degree, 63 degrees here. 12 degrees cooler than it was this time yesterday. Now we have this high pressure ridge that's going to slide eastward. Eventually it's going to get warmer into the area. It'll get significantly warmer here in the Great Lakes and up in here into Canada. But we'll see this high pressure ridge sliding slowly eastward, give us some warmer weather as we get into the weekend and into next week. So we're going to be looking at some chilly weather to start the day here. 52 now at Monticello, 58 Poughkeepsie with a northwest wind in here. It feels like a late September, early October day. Wind gusts 22 miles an hour. Newark 23 LaGuardia, 25 around JFK. This is all out of the northwest. Cool Canadian high pressure in place. Last of the showers have been here down the Jersey Shore. Oddly enough, right here, just passed through Stafford, where that tornado passed through yesterday, right there, that EF tornado, that EF0, 85-mile-an-hour winds there. Today we got sunshine, 78 degrees, a nice breeze, absolutely gorgeous. Raise your hand if you like this fall weather. Well, there you go. Heather's looking at the commute for you right now. Weather and traffic together every 7 minutes. How's it out there?
Yeah, let's go back and talk about Route 3 because we have this ongoing problem. It's Route 3 eastbound side. It's an accident, so it's closed down from Harmon Meadow Boulevard getting into 495 with that crash being cleared away. Lincoln Tunnel, the center tube is closed down. George Washington Bridge, minor delays inbound. Outbound, lower level right lane is closed. You're fine at the Holland Tunnel. Let's take a look at a webcam, show you how things look on the LIE getting into the Cross Island Parkway. We're bumper to bumper. Once you get to the Cross Island, that looks like that construction in the process of being cleared away. In the southern state at Eagle Avenue, we have some delays there as well. We have street cleaning rules in effect for today. Heather O'Rourke, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Heather. 5:03, breaking news on Long Island. An officer's in the hospital this morning after a shooting in New Hyde Park. It happened on Campbell Street about 2 this morning. Eyewitness News reporter Lisa Calagrassi live at the scene where investigators just wrapped up a news briefing. Lisa?
And again, we've got some new information. The manhunt has been called off, officially called off. They are no longer searching for any more suspects. They have 2 men in custody right now being questioned in connection with this shooting. Now, Nassau County Police responded to a 911 call shortly before 2 a.m. that a burglary was in progress at 41 Campbell Street. That is when the shooting occurred. And since then, this entire area has been under lockdown, several square miles under lockdown. NYPD involved, Nassau County Police involved, huge operation. But as we just mentioned, they have now called off that manhunt. Now, when officers first arrived at the scene, the officer was shot in the right hip. Police say the house was not randomly chosen by the suspects.
There was no reason to believe there's any threat to the public. It appears this house was targeted by these individuals, but there is absolutely no further threat to the public at this point.
So a little bit more information about this police officer. He's a 32-year-old, 6-year veteran of Nassau County. He was first taken to LIJ by police cruiser. That's because that hospital is just a few blocks away. They actually just ran him over there. Then they transported him by ambulance to North Shore University Hospital in Manhasset. He's in critical but stable condition, once again suffering from a gunshot wound to the hip. You can still see the area blocked off. Officers still here. Still a very active scene. We still have police helicopters in the air trying to aid with crime scene. We did see a couple of crime scene units go in there to continue gathering evidence. But once again, 2 men in custody, 1 police officer in the hospital, and the search for more suspects has ended. Police wanted to stress that the area is now safe and secure. For now, we're live in New Hyde Park. Lisa Calagrassi, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you very much, Lisa. This morning, Bill de Blasio is ahead in the race for New York City mayor for the first time. And that development as the Democratic candidates faced off in their first live TV debate hosted by WABC TV. A new Quinnipiac poll shows de Blasio with a 30% approval rating. Council Speaker Christine Quinn drops to second place, followed by Bill Thompson, Anthony Weiner in fourth, and John Liu. Eyewitness News political reporter Dave Evans shows us the fireworks from last night's debate.
Speaker Quinn arrived with her wife at our studio, but it was a rare, happy moment for her. The new frontrunner in this campaign, Bill de Blasio, was out for blood, and so was every other Democrat here.
Speaker Quinn betrayed the people of the city of New York and undermined democracy, and that's a fact.
They ripped Quinn for giving Mayor Bloomberg and herself a third term, and they blasted Quinn on laws hiking wages and giving sick days to all workers.
Are we on a mayoral debate or are we on the twilight zone? Because Speaker Quinn opposed living wage legislation every step of the way.
When the question was about Anthony Weiner's sexting scandal, Weiner turned it into yet another attack on Quinn.
Here's the profound difference, is I've apologized for my personal behavior. The Speaker refuses to apologize for overturning the will of the people, for the slush fund scandal, and for the things in her professional record.
At times, Quinn seemed exasperated by all the incoming fire, so her defense was offense, hit back.
On the living wage debate, Stu Applebaum, the head of the Retail Workers Union, said that Mr. de Blasio was missing in action. Missing in action.
Surprisingly, despite his newly energized campaign, de Blasio really didn't face that much criticism here. He also spent most of his time attacking Quinn.
And she wants to keep Ray Kelly as police commissioner, the person who is the architect of the overuse and stop and frisk that's caused such harm in this city. So I don't think you can have it both ways on this issue.
And after it was all over, Quinn said she's not surprised by what happened.
I think there was a target on my back because my opponents don't have a record they want to talk about.
If no one gets more than 40% on primary election day, September 10th, then the top two vote getters would go into a runoff 3 weeks later, October 1st. Right now, the polling shows that runoff would include Quinn and de Blasio. Thompson is close, within striking distance, and we now have less than a month to go before the vote. In the newsroom, Dave Evans, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
You can watch the entire debate at 7 online. We want to know what you think, so check out our Facebook page to share and see what other viewers think about the candidates' responses.
Well, the battle for New Jersey's vacant U.S. Senate seat is officially set this morning. Newark Mayor Cory Booker and former Bogota Mayor Steve Lonigan picked up easy wins in yesterday's primary. On the Democratic side, Booker picked up more votes than his three other opponents combined. In the Republican primary, Lonigan picked up a whopping 80% of the vote. You'll hear from the winners in a live report that's coming up in our next half hour.
New this morning, police want your help finding the man in this video. He's holding what could be a gun in his right hand as he corners a woman inside an elevator in Brooklyn Monday afternoon. This happened on Fulton Street in Bedford-Stuyvesant. The victim had 8 kids with her at the time. This guy took the woman's jewelry. He got away on a bicycle. We're also following breaking news out of Egypt. Dozens of people are reportedly dead as Egyptian security forces work to clear protest loyal to former President Mohamed Morsi. Officers used tear gas on 2 sit-in camps of supporters of the ousted president. Those supporters say security forces fired live ammunition into the crowds. Security forces are said to be getting deeper inside the larger of the 2 camps. We will, of course, bring you more details on this breaking story throughout the morning.
It's 5:09 and freedom this morning for more than 24 Palestinian prisoners as Middle East peace talks begin. 26 prisoners, some of them convicted killers, were welcomed by thousands in the West Bank last night. The release set the stage for the first talks between Israel and the Palestinians in nearly 5 years.
It's 5:09 and you're never more than 7 minutes away from weather and traffic, beginning with Bill Evans and the AccuWeather forecast.
All right, we'll take a look outside. Here we go. It's our roof camera looking south here. I mean, what a pretty day. We're going to have a lot of sunshine, going to have a beautiful sunrise coming up, going to have a great day. But we got some wind out of the northwest and a chilly morning, so you're getting going this morning Might need to grab a jacket, particularly north and west of the city. And here in Queens, we're looking southward here to the DFDR, which is right over here. This is Roosevelt Island. It's a morning where we got clear skies. We can see the Chrysler Building all the way down to One World Trade. But we got a lot of wind out there out of the northwest. 18-mile-an-hour winds at Teterboro, 22 around Newark up here to the north. 20-mile-an-hour winds even at Monticello. And that's a northwest wind blowing across the area with brand new high pressure into the region. Well, the showers are leaving. Last, just little showers in Atlantic City. High pressure is building in from the west. Look at some of these temperatures. You go here, 55 around Toronto, 59 here around Cleveland, 63 in the park. We got some chilly air that's going to be just flowing in here over the next few days in and across the area. So 64 this morning by about 7 o'clock. Look at the afternoon temperatures, 73, 74 degrees showing up on the computer model. Well, we'll probably get to about 74, 75 this afternoon, maybe 76 in some spots. We'll warm up as we get into the weekend, but very fall-like. Look at that wind, 10 to 20 miles per hour. It's weather and traffic together every 7 minutes. Weather, then Heather, what's going on out there?
Well, it looks like we have a stoppage in Nassau County on the Southern State Parkway. Check this out. This is the eastbound side of the Southern State Parkway. They're just allowing traffic to move right now. This has been stopped for about 7 minutes. This is right near exit 18, Eagle Avenue. So this delay is something you're going to have to deal with if you're heading out the door. And this is the eastbound side of the Southern State Parkway. But again, it's starting to move. The LIE getting through the Cross Island Parkway was completely jammed the last time we spoke. But once you get past that area, going into the Cross Island Parkway, just west of that, you can see they have cleared away that construction. Let's head over to a map, talk about Route 3. It's still shut down eastbound side from Harmon Meadow Boulevard getting into 495, all because of an accident. Street cleaning rules are in effect for today. Heather O'Rourke, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Heather, thank you. At 5:11, still ahead on Eyewitness News this morning, the upcoming rap video by who else than First Lady Michelle Obama, what she's trying to get kids to do.
Also ahead, the new battle over the merger that would create the world's largest airline.
This Eyewitness News weather and traffic report is sponsored by Dodge. Now, during the Dodge Summer Clearance Event, well-qualified lessees can get a low-mileage lease on the 2013 Dodge Dart SXT for $149 a month.
Hey, what's the problem, man?
We don't get paid enough for this.
Dude, I got us covered. The perfect plan to make more money. I cloned our boss.
You what?
2 bosses, 2 paychecks.
Awesome. Need that by 5.
Yes, sir.
Need that by 5. You didn't think this through, did you?
Need an extra payday? Play Pay Me, the new scratch-off from the New York Lottery. 12 chances to win up to $1 million.
Wherever morning brings you, bring the energy you need. New Nature Valley Soft Baked Oatmeal Squares. Softly baked, made with hearty oatmeal and a drizzle of cinnamon. They're Nature Valley's brand new take on a morning classic. Because when you keep going, the morning can bring you to brand new places. Nature Valley, nature at its most delicious.
When you are busy, your mom is safe. Centerlight Healthcare is an alternative to a nursing home or being alone. It can help you and your loved one maintain your independence. Centerlight offers social activities, expert medical care, and overall wellness programs. Call now, 1-877-226-8500.
Are you ready to run?
Have you ever dreamed of running the ING New York City Marathon? Sign up today to run with Team for Kids or another cause you're passionate about and get a coveted spot at this year's start with all the coaching and support you need to finish strong.
It's our 80s show with the original MTV VJs.
I didn't know that Nina almost slept with John Mellencamp.
Next, Rachel. This morning at 10 on ABC 7.
5:13, former Hollywood Madam Heidi Fleiss accused of growing marijuana at her Nevada home without a license. This video shows Fleiss after an arrest in the 90s for running a prostitution ring. Last week, police found nearly 400 pot plants at her home. Fleiss told investigators she was growing the marijuana to sell to a cooperative in Las Vegas. She was not arrested because she owns thousands of dollars worth of exotic birds and did not have anyone to care for them.
First Lady Michelle Obama is trying a new approach to getting children to eat healthy. This time, her Let's Move campaign takes the form of a music video.
Hard to believe that almost exactly 1 year ago, we launched a nationwide campaign called Let's Move.
Now, Now, even though Mrs. Obama doesn't sing and dance in the video, she's joined by some big names helping her get out the message. It's part of a 19-song album on the topic of healthy eating, featuring songs by Jordan Sparks, Ashanti, and Dougie Fresh.
You know, meteorologist Bill Evans was in a couple of rap videos years ago. He doesn't talk about them anymore because they didn't sell well.
Okay.
But he is here with his AccuWeather forecast.
I was in the video. It's raining men, actually.
Were you one of the weather girls?
No, I was one of the men.
Oh.
It was raining. Here's what's going on this morning. They were the professional singers, not me. Here's what's going on this morning. We're looking at Roosevelt Island. We're looking over toward the east side. I just like showing this view again and again and again, just to give you the idea of the wind bouncing around everything here out of the northwest, coming right across the area, all the way over here to Big Alice, the power plant that is in Queens this morning. So we have that northwest wind. Feels kind of chilly out there this morning. 63 degrees with dry humidity, wind gusting up to 20. The barometer has been rising at 29.82. So now Canadian high pressure is coming in, something we normally see in late September, early October. Normal high is 83. We're going to be below that today. Rain in the park yesterday, 8,500 of an inch of rain. The last of these showers with this front have pushed east down, just a couple down there toward Atlantic City. But look at this big ridge of high that extends from the northeast all the way back across the Ohio Valley, the Great Lakes, and all the way to the plains. It's a big ridge of high pressure that's going to hang around a while. Rainfall from yesterday, 2/10 at Danbury to 3/10 at Poughkeepsie. Now, the computer models had hundredths here, so a little more here. 8,500s around the park to 9,100s, just 9/10 around Long Island. But over 2.5 inches of rain at Belmar with that storm and that tornado that passed through Stafford yesterday down there around Ocean Township in Ocean County. So next week, this high pressure ridge slides eastward and we start to get some warmer air in here, but still no heat wave. We're looking at temperatures that'll be back to normal or a little bit above. Northwest wind today 15 to 20 miles per hour out in the Atlantic. Waves are 2 to 3 feet. Rip current risk is low, but there'll be a lot of wind out there today and a lot of sun. The UV index is 8. It's bright, it's breezy, it's 76. Here's this high pressure ridge kind of sliding down and east. High pressure is like a mountain of air, so it just kind of works its way down to the surface. We call that subsidence, and as it spreads out, it makes gorgeous weather. Sunny and breezy today with low humidity 76. Tonight we're at 60, 48, 52 out in the suburbs north and west. That's going to feel great. Sunshine and pleasant tomorrow. The high is 78 degrees. Here's your AccuWeather 7-day forecast. We got sunshine and 80 on Friday, 82 Saturday, 81 Sunday. Just a few clouds late in the day on Sunday. Other than that, that's it. It warms up next week, but you know temperatures are at or maybe just a little bit above normal. No heat waves on the way. No heat waves, no hurricanes, no H&H.
We love that.
Yes. Hurricane season has a few months to go, though, right?
Oh, until the end of November.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Lucky so far, though.
Maybe we should go to Hurricane Heather O'Rourke right now with a check of traffic, which ain't so good a lot right now.
No, it's actually not. Let's go right over to our maps because we have this ongoing problem on Route 3. So if you're heading out the door, you want to go east on Route 3, you're going to find it closed down from Harmon Meadow Boulevard getting into 495. That's all because of an accident that is still in the process of being cleared away. Heading onto the Garden State Parkway south between exits 89 and 88. This is in Brick. You're going to find at least 2 lanes closed down. They're doing some emergency construction on the Garden State Parkway again, and this is on the southbound side. If you want to head to the Hudson River crossings, Lincoln Tunnel, the center tube is closed down. George Washington Bridge inbound looks great. Outbound, lower level, right lane is closed down. The Holland Tunnel inbound, you have 1 lane blocked off through this spot. Let's take a look at a webcam. I could show you the Staten Island Expressway right near Bradley Avenue. Not doing too badly at all. And then we have street cleaning rules in effect for today citywide. Heather O'Rourke, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you very much, Heather. It's 5:18. Still ahead on Eyewitness News this morning, a tornado touches down in southern New Jersey. We'll survey the damage left behind.
Also ahead, the new ad campaign to launch today by the Coca-Cola Company, how it plans to deal with declining Diet Coke sales.
How do you do a summer clearance event the Dodge way? First, wait till summer. Then, get the cars ready. Now, add the Dodge part. Summer clearance event.
Get a low-mileage lease on the 2013 Dodge Dart SXT for $149 a month for well-qualified lessees.
Get the Eyewitness News alarm clock app for your iPhone or Android. Wake up to Eyewitness News headlines. Then get the local news, weather, and traffic alerts you want any time of the day. It's free in the App Store. The Eyewitness News alarm clock app, sponsored by Dodge Darts.
Its instinctive all-wheel drive offers lively rear-wheel drive performance with a splash of all-wheel drive confidence. That's alive technology. It's what makes the Jaguar XF so alive. It loves to run in the rain.
For great offers, visit your tri-state area Jaguar retailer today.
On January 6, 2005, I found my son dead in his room. He died while the hospital waited for us to get insurance. The phone rang and it was Kristen Quinn, and because of her, Manny became Manny's Law. It requires the hospital to inform the patient that they're not going to be turned down because they have no insurance. She refused to let another family suffer. And because Kristen Quinn, Manny didn't die in vain. So I love her for that.
Next live, Forrest Whitaker, Maria Menounos, and the cast of Duck Dynasty.
Oh, I can do a duck call.
Here, ducky, 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 ducky.
Watch live
this morning at 9.
Travelers landing at O'Hare Airport may think they've accidentally landed at a farm. The Chicago airport is using a herd of goats, sheep, llama, and burros to trim the grass and vegetation on the airport's grounds. And they have their work cut out for them, believe me, as they munch through 120 acres. O'Hare is just the latest space to use this unconventional form of groundskeeping. Goats are also being used at the Congressional Cemetery in Washington, D.C.
So wait till they form a goat union. And they start demanding better blades of grass. Meteorologist Bill Evans will tell you all about it, because you're never more than 7 minutes away from weather and traffic.
Well, look at these temperatures this morning across the area. Rather cool. 63 degrees in the park, 52 Monticello, 52 around Sussex. Going to be a day where we start out with some cool numbers. 65 LaGuardia, 65 around Jamaica, Queens. Got a northwest wind in here. That's why it is so cool around the area this morning. These humidities have really dropped off, and they'll keep dropping through the day. Heather's looking at the commute for you, weather and traffic together every 7 minutes. This is why we do it. What's going on?
Well, it looks like we still have this closure in New Jersey. Let's head right over to a map. Talk about Route 3 eastbound side. It is closed down from Harmon Meadow Boulevard getting into 495. This is because of an accident that is still in the process of being cleared away. Now, let's take a look at a webcam, show you how things are looking as you head onto Route 95 coming off the George Washington Bridge. That's traffic coming towards us. You can see all the traffic is being diverted into the local lanes at this point. We have ongoing construction. The Route 4 approach is going from top to bottom of your screen. That's not doing too badly at all. Street cleaning rules are in effect for today. Heather O'Rourke, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Heather. 5:23 still ahead on Eyewitness News. This morning, it's another day in court for one of the couples featured in The Real Housewives of New Jersey. The real trouble the reality stars are in, and the plea they will make.
Also ahead, this is the latest Corvette to debut on the showroom floor, but you ain't seen anything yet. See the 7th generation vet coming up. Ooh.
Closed captioning sponsored by Optimum. We're your TV, phone, and internet company.
Come to the Golden Opportunity Sales Event and experience the connectivity of Lexus N4, available on all Lexus models. Lease the 2013 ES350 for $339 a month for 27 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
Occasionally you ask yourself, how did I get here? Here, terrified and delighted for exactly the 9th time today. Was it just hard work or smart choices? Like choosing Rite Aid for new senior benefits from Wellness 65 Plus, with points for purchases that earn seniors up to 20% off the whole store. Fast. To keep you here. Now that you've actually gotten here. Enroll free in Wellness 65 Plus today.
I've waged a campaign focused like a laser beam on fighting for the middle class and those struggling to make it. I've put out 2 books of new ideas, 125 of them in fact. Everything from restoring discipline in our schools to creating a single-payer health plan for our city. Look, powerful voices have made it clear from the very beginning they didn't want me to win. But this isn't about what they want. They've gotten their way for far too long. If you give me the chance, I will fight for you and your family every single day.
I'm happy we could get you exactly what you wanted.
Not as happy as I am.
Maybe not, but close.
Here's your new Silverado with everything you wanted in Victory Red, my friend. Victory is mine.
I feel good knowing you got exactly what you wanted.
Is this a great day or what?
Visit your local Chevy dealer. The 13s are going fast. Time to get yours. Right now, qualified lessees with a current non-GM lease can get a 2013 Chevy Equinox LS for around $199 per month.
It pays to get the order right, especially with Win 4 from the New York Lottery.
4392. Straight.
Pick any 4 numbers, 0 through 9. Play them straight. Win up to $5,000.
You're very wet.
Come to the Golden Opportunity Sales Event to experience the precision handling of the Lexus performance vehicles. Lease the all-wheel drive 2013 GS350 for $469 a month for 27 months. And we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
On the market this morning, Asian stock markets drift after U.S. retail sales added to expectations. The Federal Reserve will start scaling back in its monetary stimulus.
Overseas, Japan's Nikkei average closed up more than 1%. Hong Kong's Hang Seng is closed because of a storm signal that was raised for an approaching typhoon. Wall Street, the Dow starts today at 15,451. The Nasdaq Composite begins at 3684.
The federal government is trying to block a mega merger among airlines.
ABC's Diana Perez has this morning's business headlines.
Good morning. Topping America's money, the government is trying to put the brakes on the mega merger between American Airlines and U.S. Airways. The Justice Department and 6 states have filed suit claiming fares will increase, but the CEO of U.S. Airways was defiant, saying the deal would close by the end of the year. And as diet soda sales decline, Coca-Cola is running its first ads defending the safety of artificial sweeteners. Coke is touting scientific evidence that shows the active ingredient, commonly known under the NutraSweet brand name, is not harmful. Those ads begin appearing today. And it's a big year ahead for Chevrolet. The car maker is celebrating the Corvette's 7th generation. The company released images of its upcoming redesigned 2014 model. The new Vette will tell you how hot your tires are, the G-force that you're pulling, all of it on an 8-inch LCD display, and it looks pretty good too. The original Vette came out in 1953. That's America's Money. I'm Diana Perez. Have a great day.
According to a new study in the Wall Street Journal, even as the economy improves, Americans are wary of taking on credit card debt. Research shows credit card payment delinquencies are near all-time lows and are now the lowest they've been in 2 decades. Experts say while the number of Americans late on their credit card payments is decreasing, the numbers would need to stay low for it to be seen as a significant trend.
5:28. Coming up in our next half hour, we have breaking news on Long Island. A Nassau County police officer shot, 2 men in custody, and we're live with the latest.
And meteorologist Bill Evans returns with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. We're pretty sure you're going to want to stick around for what he has to say.
You guys are good to go. Let me just get this out of here. Unlike some places, we don't just change your oil. Our oil offer comes with a 4-tire rotation and a 27-point inspection. And everything looked great.
Actually, could you leave those in?
Sure. Want me to run them through the car wash for you, too? No, I can't.
Chevy Certified Service. Get a $100 mail-in rebate on a set of 4 select tires plus our price match guarantee.
Now, New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News this morning.
2 men are in custody and 1 Nassau County police officer is hospitalized after a shooting overnight. I'm Lisa Calagrassi, News Hyde Park. A live report is coming up.
Let the New Jersey Senate race begin. 2 candidates now face off against each other. I'm Tim Fleischer. I'm going to have a live report for you coming up in just a moment.
Thank you, Tim. And the hunt is on for one person behind a string of robberies in Manhattan and Queens. Police have an important clue as they work to end the crime spree.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sandra Bookman in for Lori Stokes.
And I'm Ken Rosado. Thank you so much for watching. Today is Wednesday, August the 14th.
You are never more than 7 minutes away from weather and traffic, beginning with meteorologist Bill Evans and the exclusive AccuWeather forecast.
Good morning, Sandra. Good morning, Ken. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. We got a gorgeous morning outside. This is our camera on the Fort Lee side of the George Washington Bridge. I just like looking back to the east of the pretty sunrise that is headed your way here in about 35 minutes. We're going to have a cool, crisp morning outside at 63 degrees, and that is cool. Yesterday at this time of the day, we were at 75. So we're starting out cool, and the storms are gone. So is the humidity. It's breezy. It's beautiful today. We will have the coolest evenings since June, early June. We've got a nice stretch of weather that goes right on into the weekend now. But the wind gusts a bit out of the northwest. Look at this, 22-mile-an-hour winds at Newark, 18 Teterboro, 20 in the park here, 25 JFK. So it is breezy. You know, you're going out this morning, grab a jacket, particularly north and west of the city here in the suburbs and out Long Island, coastal Connecticut. High pressure is building in from the west. Going to make a great day today. Here's the rainfall from yesterday. Look down toward Belmar, New Jersey, down here toward Monmouth and Ocean County. Nearly 2 3/4 of an inch of rain there. And around the rest of the area, you got 8, 9 tenths, and then about 2 tenths up to the north. So today by 8 o'clock, we're looking at 66, 72 by noontime, 75 later on this afternoon. Nice and cool. Look at that wind out of the northwest at 20 today. Going to be a great day, a great September day. Heather's looking at the commute for you right now. Weather traffic together every 7 minutes. Weather then, Heather, how is it out there?
Well, we're going to talk about mass transit this time around, Bill. Looks like we have problems with our 2 and 3 trains. Good morning, everybody. If you use the 2 or the 3, we have mechanical problems at 110th Street, so you can expect downtown delays as a result. We're going to head over to our maps. A little bit of a change now in New Jersey on Route 3, eastbound side. Now it's the ramp going to 495 that's closed down with this accident that is being cleared. Excuse me. This accident that is being cleared away. So we do have a glimmer of hope here. Garden State Parkway, southbound, going into Brick, right from exit 89 down to 88. You'll find 2 right lanes closed down. This is because of road work. Now we'll head over to a webcam, look at the Cross Bronx Expressway, Cross Bronx eastbound, moving left to right, coming off the George Washington Bridge. Not a bad ride getting into the Deacon. We have street cleaning rules in effect for today. Heather O'Rourke, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Heather, thank you. 5:31. Breaking news on Long Island. An officer is in critical condition this morning after he was shot on a burglary call early this morning. Eyewitness News reporter Lisa Calagrassi live at the scene in Park. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Ken. And the helicopters by police are still in the air. There are still officers on the ground, but they do believe that they have the 2 men involved in custody. They are questioning them now, and they don't believe that there are any other suspects out there at this point. Now, one officer is hospitalized with a gunshot wound. It all began before 2 a.m. on Campbell Street, where 2 Nassau County police officers were responding to a call of a burglary in progress. The area between Union Turnpike and Hillside was under lockdown. The suspect's car, a Nissan Altima, could be seen at the scene. Residents were asked to stay inside. One man saw the activity and went to check on his mother.
My mom lives down the road, so I went to check up on her, and then asked a few of the officers what was going on. I said, I'm going to be out in the neighborhood here. Is that a bad idea? And he told me yes. So at that point, I knew something was pretty serious. And then once we saw all the cop cars lined up on the street, you don't see that very often.
So this has been a massive manhunt. Nassau County Police, NYPD, a lot of agencies involved. They still have this perimeter blocked off, but they believe that they have the 2 men in custody. Now, the officer who was shot is 32 years old, on the force for about 6 years. He was shot in the right hip. He is now out of surgery, and he has been stabilized. His official condition is critical but stable, but he has been stabilized after surgery. Police are still working the scene. They have found some key evidence already. They also believe that this home on Campbell Street was targeted by the suspects. For now, we're live in New Hyde Park. Lisa Calagrassi, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Politics now. We now know this morning who will face off in a special election to fill the seat of the late U.S. Senator Frank Lautenberg of New Jersey. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Fleischer is live in Hoboken, where Democratic candidate Cory Booker will campaign later today. Tim?
Good morning, Sandra. Good morning, everyone. The plan is for Cory Booker to show up here at the pass station around 8:30 this morning in Hoboken to thank the voters for a decisive win last night. Booker, who's the mayor of Newark, is trying to make history as the state's first black senator. He received about 3/5 of the votes in the special primary. He's promised to focus on finding common ground. He's also known as a big social media user and does so very effectively in his campaigns. Steve Lonegan, he's the Republican challenger. He is also trying to make history, hoping to become the first Republican senator in 41 years from New Jersey. He is a conservative and has blasted Booker for being, quote, a far-left liberal.
You can count on this. I will fight for what I believe in with conviction, with passion, and with total commitment to your liberty. Every step of the way.
I want to make sure that you know, if I am your United States Senator, the direction I will be most concerned with will not be right or left. It will be with going forward.
Cory Booker has relied on a list of celebrities in his campaign. No doubt he'll probably do that again. Also, Steve Lonegan, he is also hoping for a rather large endorsement from the governor, Chris Christie, here as this campaign begins. Reporting live in Hoboken, Tim Fleischer, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Tim. Stay with Eyewitness News for complete coverage of all the major races of vote 2013. We've got you covered all the way through the primaries to November.
5:35, and new this morning, police hope that you can help them stop a one-man armed robbery spree. We have some surveillance pictures to show you of the guy the NYPD is trying to find. Police say that he's behind 5 robberies, all in the past 8 days. The first 4 were last week, 2 in Queens, 2 in Manhattan. The latest was early yesterday morning inside a grocery store, Broadway and 103rd. Nobody was hurt in any of the incidents.
Happening today, a Long Island man will be in court accused of running a steroid lab out of his apartment. Investigators say 33-year-old Lucas Strada was making and selling anabolic steroids. Steroids, lab equipment, and packaging materials were found in Strada's Center Reach home. He's accused of selling the drugs in person and online.
Also happening today and also in court, the man accused of jumping into the tiger den at the Bronx Zoo. Remember this guy, 25-year-old David Villalobos, was mauled by a tiger when he leaped from the monorail into the big cat's enclosure last September. He's already pleaded not guilty to trespassing. His parents say the drug Adderall caused him to do that jump.
Well, the courtroom is reality today for 2 reality TV stars. Real Housewives of New Jersey stars Teresa and Joe Giudice are due in court today after being indicted on federal fraud charges. They're accused of exaggerating their income, hiding their fortunes at a bankruptcy filing, and fabricating tax returns. The couple's attorneys say they will plead not guilty.
5:36, and 10 months after Superstorm Sandy, another rebuilding job for South Jersey residents this morning after a tornado rips through one town. Winds of up to 85 miles an hour literally blew the doors off a church in Stafford Township yesterday. The EF0 tornado also left an incredible figure on the roof, pieces of wood in the shape of a cross. Also a bit of a miracle within that damage.
There was a lady sitting there in that library when the storm hit, and although all those windows blew out and all the glass flew all over the place, she didn't get a scratch on her. And we joked with her saying it's because you had that cross that the storm put over your head.
Property damage was limited. No injuries were reported.
It is 5:37, and you're never more than 7 minutes away from weather and traffic. Beginning with Bill Evans and the AccuWeather forecast.
All right, here we go. We take a look outside from our camera here at Fort Lee, New Jersey, looking across the George Washington Bridge, across the Hudson River, and over to Harlem, and right across northern Manhattan. Well, today we got a north wind at 15, northwest wind, 15 to 20 miles per hour. Waves in the Atlantic 2 to 3 feet. The water temperature about 70, 74 degrees. Right around 77 right at the beach. And the rip current risk is low. Got a great air quality, a lot of sunshine today. Yesterday, that pollen count was high for ragweed. That pollen count will be very low now that high pressure is building into the area. By the time we get to 4 o'clock, the futurecast temperatures are showing 73, 75 degrees here. Overnight tonight, we're looking at temperatures in the low 50s and upper 40s. And then tomorrow, once again, 76, 77 degrees. Temperatures warm up just a few more degrees. Going to have some wind today out of the northwest. You know, this morning we're having about a 16 to a 20 mile an hour wind. This will be sustained across the area today, and then that wind is going to die down tonight. So we're looking at sunshine, 65 by 6 o'clock, 65 jumping on up to 74 by noontime, 76 this afternoon, cooling to 68 by sunset. So it's a great day and a great 7-day forecast I'll show you in just a moment. Heather's looking at the commute for you. Weather then. Heather, what's the latest out there?
We're going to go to Queens first. Good morning, everybody. If you're heading out the door and you usually take the LIE westbound, that's the headlights going towards the city. You can see we're starting to back up. This is the Staten Island Expressway, and this is right near Bradley Avenue. Eastbound traffic is moving away from us. A little bit of a delay as you head through this spot. Nothing terrible. Let's go over to our maps, talk about what's happening on Route 3 eastbound side. It's that ramp going to 495. It's closed down with an ongoing accident in the process of being cleared away. Here's the Garden State Parkway southbound from exits 89 to 88 in Brick. You'll find the 2 right lanes closed down. Looks like we have some kind of emergency construction there. Now, if you're planning on going to our Hudson River crossings, no major problems to report. Inbound side George Washington Bridge, just a minor delay getting into both the upper and the lower levels. Lincoln Tunnel, a minor delay inbound, and the Holland Tunnel also less than 5 minutes. We have street cleaning rules in effect for today. Heather O'Rourke, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Heather, thank you. At 5:39, their message to paparazzi, stay away.
Emotional testimony from 2 of Hollywood's biggest stars.
What Jennifer and I are here to say, we aren't just whiny celebrities that many times people think we are. We're moms here who are just trying to protect our children.
The bill these Hollywood actresses want to see become a reality.
Also ahead, as the saying goes, everything is bigger in Tejas, Texas. But this time, one group of Texans trumped another to make the world's largest scoreboard.
There's still time to choose a completely redesigned 2013 Nissan Altima with a smarter way to go farther. More refined comfort. And more ways to see. There's still time to get the bottom line on all of it at Nissan. With 0% APR financing on Altima or 0% APR on other popular models. Your choice has never been easier. Shop at your local Nissan store or choose Nissan.com today.
Good morning.
Wow.
You want to start the day with something heart-healthy and delicious?
You're a talking bee.
Honey Nut Cheerios has whole grain oats that can help lower cholesterol.
And it tastes good?
Sure does.
Right. Wow.
Delicious, right?
Yeah.
It's the honey. It makes it taste so... Well, would you look at the time?
What's the rush?
Be happy, be healthy.
My asthma's under control. I don't miss out.
You sat out most of our game yesterday.
Asthma doesn't affect my job.
You were out sick last week.
My asthma doesn't bother my family.
You coughed all through our date night.
I hardly use my rescue inhaler at all.
What did you say? How about every day?
Coping with asthma isn't controlling it. Test your level of control at asthma.com. Then talk to your doctor. There may be more you could do for your asthma.
Thanks, Mom.
Have fun.
You too.
Country music superstar Trisha Yearwood. Next, Katie.
It's 5:42 now. Welcome back. In an effort to put an end to the paparazzi mob scene that swarm around them on a regular basis, 2 different Hollywood actresses are urging a crackdown on intrusive photographers. Jennifer Garner and Halle Berry made their cases with lawmakers in California yesterday to support a bill that would toughen penalties on paparazzi who harass children, terrifying them.
My daughter spends hours after the fact questioning me about, why did they say that to me, Mommy? What does that mean? Who are these men? Why are they following us every single day?
I don't want a gang of shouting, arguing, law-breaking photographers who camp out everywhere we are, all day, every day, to continue traumatizing my kids.
Concerned with the personal...
Well, the bill would change the legal definition of harassment to include photographing or recording a child without the permission of a legal guardian. Newspaper publishers are among those opposing the bill, raising concerns that it would infringe on journalists' ability to do their jobs.
Everything's bigger in Texas, especially when it comes to football. Reliance Stadium in Houston is now home to the largest scoreboard in the world. Of course. It's more than 14,000 square feet, a major upgrade from the old scoreboard, which was less than 1/5 of that size.
Oh my God.
The largest scoreboard used to be in Dallas at Cowboy Stadium, so it looks like Houston has the one-up right now in the Texas rivalry.
And Houstonians and Dallas folks don't exactly get along that much, right?
I'm a Houston girl. We get along, but we kind of keep them at a distance.
Yeah, okay. Like oil and water get along, right?
You don't get along.
544, meteorologist Bill Evans with the AccuWeather forecast.
I'm from the Dallas area. Sandra's from Houston.
Bill, we get along.
Fantastically.
Because you're in New York.
Exactly.
We were down there, it'd be like, I've been to that Cowboy-Oiler game. Now it's the Houston Texans. So here's what's going on this morning. We have clear skies as we look back toward the west. We're going to have a pretty sunrise here with the sun that is coming up. Going to be a nice day today. You got a northwest wind in here now, which is more like a fall kind of thing. But you see, as we look across to the east here, we're going to have a pretty sunrise here coming up in about 17 minutes from right now. Temperature is 63 and the humidity is dry. The wind is northwest at 6 gusting to 20. And we got a nice, strong, high-pressure rising barometer. Yesterday's high was 77. You know, we'll be hard-pressed to get to that today. So we're going to be about 76, and so we're going to be about 7 to 8 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. Last of the showers is pushing eastward this morning out into the Atlantic. This big ridge of high pressure going to make for some great weather. This is the rainfall from yesterday. The computer models had just, tenths in here up to the north yesterday, and pretty much right in line with our forecast around the city. About, a half inch to an inch to a little more than that. West Hampton, nearly an inch of rain. But look at Belmar, over 2.5 inches, nearly 2 3/4 of an inch of rain. Eventually next week, we'll get some warmer, higher humidity air back in here. Certainly not a heat wave, but significantly warmer with temperatures back into the 80s and a high humidity. So this little break that we're getting right now, enjoy with a northwest wind out in the Atlantic, waves 2 to 3 feet, rip current risk is low. Even though the pollen count shows high here, this is the count from yesterday, and that was showing ragweed, which is early. Ragweed is a September participant in the pollen count. It's early this year, but with this brand new air mass in place, UV index at 8, and that's really knocked the pollen right out. So this high pressure ridge slides from west to east today and tomorrow and last through the weekend. Sunny and breezy, 76. Tonight we're looking at 60 degrees, 52 to 48 off to our north and west. Tomorrow we've got sunshine, a pleasant day, high of 78. Here's your AccuWeather 7-day forecast. It is really nice. 82 on Saturday, 81 on Sunday, 80 on Monday.
It's like San Diego weather.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's just sunny, nice, comfortable, great for us. Good thing it's not San Diego, which is kind of boring.
Yeah.
Called what's his name? Dallas Raines? Was he in?
That's L.A.
Oh, that's L.A.?
That's our sister station,
right,
KABC.
KABC. But that's the kind of stuff he would use. That kind of forecast every
Captain
day.
Mike is in San Diego.
Okay.
See, I want to be Captain Bill. Actually, the weather guy in San Diego is Captain Mike. I'd like to be Admiral Bill, actually.
All right, moving right along. Give us a look at the trouble spots this morning.
Okay, Sandra, Ken, and Bill, we are going to head right over to our maps and talk about Route 3. It's still with us, the accident. It's eastbound on Route 3, so the ramp to 495 is closed down because of this crash. Now, the other thing that we have going on here is the Garden State Parkway South exit 89 to 88. 2 lanes are closed down with road work. If you are going to the George Washington Bridge, you're heading outbound. Upper level, there's a stall that's being cleared away. We could take a look at a webcam, show you the Bronx side of the George Washington Bridge as you head right to left on the westbound side of the Cross Bronx over the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. Not affecting the Cross Bronx, but once you get onto the span, you'll find yourself slowing across that upper level. Street cleaning rules are in effect for today. Heather Roborg, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you very much, Heather. It is 5:47 and still ahead on Eyewitness News this morning. The big announcement expected today over the future of the Nassau Coliseum. Who is bidding in this business deal?
Also ahead, new information this morning on the percentage of married couples having trouble conceiving.
This Eyewitness News weather and traffic report is sponsored by Dodge. Now, during the Dodge Summer Clearance Event, well-qualified lessees can get a low-mileage lease on the 2013 Dodge Dart SXT for $149 a month.
You've heard that drinking red wine is good for your heart, but what about your brain? Today at 5, Eyewitness News reveals which drinks act like brain tonics and what you can drink right now that could cut your risk of Alzheimer's in half. Today at 5 on Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Next live, Forrest Whitaker, Maria Menounos, and the cast of Duck Dynasty.
Oh, I can do a duck call.
Here, ducky, 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 ducky.
Watch live
this morning at 9.
Those corporations that Elliot Spitzer caught underpaying their low-wage workers don't want him as comptroller. And those Wall Street firms he caught cheating millions of investors don't want him either. And neither does the political establishment desperate to maintain its power, which just leaves you, the people he's always fought for. And the last time we looked, you get to decide.
This primary election has become embarrassing. We deserve a serious candidate. We deserve Joe Lhota. Lhota, the sole glimmer of hope. Lhota has the most impressive resume in the race. Joe Lhota, a leader we can be proud of.
I want to tell you a little bit about Bill de Blasio. He's the only Democrat with the guts to really break from the Bloomberg years. The only one who will raise taxes on the rich to fund early childhood and after-school programs. He's got the boldest plan to build affordable housing, and he's the only one who will end a stop-and-frisk era that unfairly targets people of color. Bill de Blasio will be a mayor for every New Yorker, no matter where they live or what they look like. And I'd say that even if he weren't my dad.
Eyewitness News needs your help to protect our children. Have you seen J-Leak? ABC 7 and your Tri-State Ford dealers thank you for helping protect our children.
5:50, welcome back. And happening today, a big announcement expected concerning the future of Nassau Coliseum once the Islanders move out. County Executive Edward Mangano will announce what company won the bid to renovate the Coliseum and 77 acres of surrounding land. The county's choosing between Madison Square Garden and Forest City Ratner. The Islanders are set to move to Brooklyn for the 2015-2016 season.
A reminder for this weekend, you will no longer be able to bring bags into MetLife Stadium. Backpacks, mesh bags, purses larger than a clutch, and even seat cushions are banned under a new NFL rule in all stadiums. The fans can bring one clear bag, like a Ziploc. Teams will sell approved clear bags online. The league says the restrictions enhance security and will speed up entry into stadiums.
5:51, and new this morning, the number of couples having trouble conceiving is decreasing. A new study by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention shows the percentage of married couples unable to get pregnant is now down to 6%. That's a drop from 9% 3 decades ago. According to the report, the rise of the use of fertility treatments is related to a larger number of women trying to have children in their 30s and 40s.
Today marks 10 years since we were all left in the dark. That blackout that paralyzed New York City and the Northeast hit us on this day in 2003. 50 million people lost power in parts of 8 states and Ontario, Canada. Software problems in Ohio triggered the chaos. Now, those in charge of New York's power grid says improvements since then make it unlikely an outage that size will happen again.
Unlikely. Still unnerving to hear. Unlikely.
Yeah.
All right, 5:52, still ahead on Eyewitness News this morning. A police officer on Long Island in critical condition following a shooting early this morning. 2 suspects are now in custody. This is a live look at the scene, and we will have a live report coming up with an update.
And here's a look at the Hudson River crossing times. Only minor delays on the George Washington Bridge and Lincoln and Holland tunnels.
How do you do a summer clearance event the Dodge way? First, wait till summer. Then, get the cars ready. Now, add the Dodge part. The Dodge Summer Clearance Event.
Get a low-mileage lease on Durango SXT for $229 a month for well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles.
I've waged a campaign focused like a laser beam on fighting for the middle class and those struggling to make it. I've put out 2 books of new ideas, 125 of them in fact. Everything from restoring discipline in our schools to creating a single-payer health plan for our city. Look, powerful voices have made it clear from the very beginning they didn't want me to win. But this isn't about what they want. They've gotten their way for far too long. If you give me the chance, I will fight for you and your family every single day.
Get 5% cash back at gas stations this quarter, so you can fuel more than your car. Activate your 5% cash back at chase.com/freedom. Chase, so you can.
Those corporations that Elliot Spitzer caught underpaying their low-wage workers don't want him as comptroller. And those Wall Street firms he caught cheating millions of investors don't want him either. And neither does the political establishment desperate to maintain its power, which just leaves you, the people he's always fought for. And the last time we looked, you get to decide.
This morning, look who's talking to GMA. It's the Kirstie Alley-John Travolta reunion. So what's bringing them back together? Plus, star secrets revealed with celebrity-inspired Spanx. Turn it to Good Morning America this morning on ABC.
Coming up on 5:55, 5 minutes before 6 a.m. Thank you for joining us. I'm meteorologist Bill Evans here. We're looking at temperatures this morning, 12 degrees cooler than they were this time of the year. Monticello is at 48 degrees, so really cool weather up there this morning. We're looking at other temperatures around the area, 64 Bridgeport, 63 Belmar, 52 Sussex. And all up here in the suburbs now, we're going to be looking at overnight lows in here that are going to be in the upper 50s, low 40s, upper 40s actually, probably in a lot of spots as we go on through the day. So what we're going to be looking at today is high pressure building in, and we'll have some very cool nights. Overnights are going to be nice and breezy and nice sunshine through the weekend. All right, Heather, what do you have? I have great stuff.
I don't have great stuff at all. Let's go to our maps right now. We have Route 3 eastbound. Now, if you're heading out the door, you're going to the Lincoln Tunnel, that ramp from eastbound 3 going on to 495 remains closed down. This is all because of an accident investigation. So keep this one in mind. Now, let's go to a webcam, and I want to show you how things look as you go up through Brooklyn. Here's the BQE, northbound side, right side of your screen, taking you up into Atlantic Avenue, bringing you up into the Brooklyn Bridge. This is all because of construction, which is in the process of being cleared away. And then as you head through Queens and the LIE getting into the Grand Central Parkway, that's the headlights right there. You're jam-packed getting into the Grand Central, and this, of course, is just volume. Street cleaning rules are in effect for today. Heather Roebuck, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Heather. It's 5:56. The so-called Ocean 16 of New Jersey are proudly talking about that huge Powerball jackpot win.
And the winners showed off their ginormous checks at a news conference in Toms River yesterday. Could you actually bring those to a bank, I wonder? Where they work in vehicle maintenance for the county down there. Some of these 16 co-workers lost homes in Superstorm Sandy. This is a sweet win for them, but only one of the winners, who each take home more than $3 million, by the way, says they will quit their job.
I'm just going to continue watching NASCAR racing on Sunday. Maybe I'll be at my log cabin on multiple acres of land.
So the first thing I'm going to do is buy me and my daughter a home and bring my dog back home.
How cool is that? That's really nice. The owner of the third winning ticket, by the way, also bought New Jersey, in South Brunswick to be specific, has yet to come forward. I have a friend in South Brunswick. I'm going to pay a phone call. He or she has yet to claim that prize and has 1 year to do so. Some of the members of the Ocean 16 will be on Good Morning America Live, and that begins at 7 o'clock right here on Channel 7.
I'm so happy for them.
Awesome.
It's really great.
Good for them.
We're closing in on 6 o'clock, and just ahead on Eyewitness News this morning, breaking news on Long Island. We've been following it all morning long. A Nassau County police officer in critical but stable condition after being shot on the job. A live update from the scene coming up.
Caught on camera, a mother robbed in an elevator in front of her 8 children. New video this morning of the suspect.
And a huge explosion rips apart a submarine overnight, and it's not the first deadly blast on board the boat.